Hi there, my name is Bethany. I'm a retired funeral director turned dog groomer, and 2.5 years ago, my man, our daughter, and myself left our so-called normal and established lifestyle in Ontario, Canada, for a life we always chatted about during morning coffee, fast-tracking our retirement plans, chasing our dreams, risking our future. In the race against old age, we purchased 7 unseen off-grid acres in the wilderness of Cape Breton Island in Nova Scotia. We downsized everything we owned, loaded up a trailer, our dog, 2 cats, an ATV, and hauled ourselves 2,100 kilometers east to our new land. We knew for sure that our life was about to make a drastic change, but what we didn't know was that we were relocating to the most gorgeous place we'd ever seen. We took a chance and it's been worth it. Join us as we navigate our new RV lifestyle. New climate, new landscape, new wildlife, building a world we dreamed of in a place only seen in postcards from the ground up. Thanks for visiting, and subscribe to my channel if you would enjoy the content of a 40-something gal running away into the woods with her family.
Take a leap of faith. Run with me.
Well, here we are, the last week of August already. In this video, I'm going to share a cheeky tour of our land and structures and what we've been up to lately, plus what we have coming up on our land of dreams. As we slowly creep into the last few weeks of summer, I thought a nice little property walkthrough would be satisfying. I also need to find and organize my canning supplies because this weekend I'm making a huge batch of plum jam and plum sauce. So I'm going through a little bout of insomnia, which for those of you who have been following my channel for a while, you know that this happens frequently to me. In this phase of my life where I work from home and have solitude and the peacefulness of nature, being up most of the night and all day doesn't even bother me at all. I love enjoying daybreak outside with a coffee in my hand, listening to the sounds of the night and the morning mixing together. I just continue on with the schedule of the day on the homestead as if I had a full night's rest. Certainly learned to embrace insomnia versus fighting it. And in case you're new here, Manfriend and I do actually sleep in separate beds. Long story short, that I am an intensely light sleeper with the added challenge of limited sleep, while Manfriend snores loudly and falls into a deep sleep within seconds. Later in my video, I will show you his bedroom in the shop. It's pretty fun.
And I believe you when you say that this is never gonna change.
In the meantime, I take a break from a wild girl in the woods to road tripping back to the city to get our mama cat Tink spayed. Finally, she will be free of motherhood and back to hunting mice and running around outside. I am so relieved for her. She has been cooped up for too long, the poor girl. I was surprised Manfred decided he wanted to join me. I warned him it would be a boring day, waiting and meandering, but he didn't care. Our daughter, who's in high school now, stayed home to sleep in as we were leaving at 5:30 in the morning. Impromptu date day with Manfred. Sounds perfect.
Say, would you like to spend your days with me? Oh, be brave. We don't need far too much. Just stay brave. Here beside me, oh, happy days. Running on the open fields. We'll stay brave.
Captured in a photograph. Remember how we used to sit in the vines? Yeah, oh, and I can hear you laugh it off. You always said mistakes I left in the past. Then know enough to see the blow on us we're over sooner than we're gone. And sometimes I think about it all night, staring to the streetlights, wonder where we'd be if nothing would have changed, if we'd have stayed the same, never killed the flame. Would we hold our ground if nothing would have changed? Would you take my name, stay here through the rain? Would we hold our ground? Could we hold our ground? Could we hold our ground?
Look at all the people in the deck. There they all are.
Yeah.
See enough to know ya better off than sometimes it hits you when it's gone. And all night staring to that same light, reinventing our life. I wonder where we'd be if nothing would have changed. We'd have stayed the same.
Ringo. Raisin. Bubba. And Betty. And this is Mama Tink on her first day post-op. Very tired, but doing good. She's been moving around, eating, drinking, using the litter box. I'm going to give her some time here to recoup, and then she will be able to go outside again. And the vet said she needs to lose a little bit of weight. I'm like, after 2 sets of litters and being cooped up inside for months and months, of course she put on some weight. But we'll get her back on track, won't we, Mama? Something cool about our lake is that it's the gathering grounds for the Canada geese. Starting late August every year, many geese from the local lakes all around use our lake for nightly meetups. And the next morning they fly out for a day of fishing and I assume practice their flight formations. We notice each night the crowd grows a little bigger as more and more families are joining in. It makes me laugh to think about how Manfred and I run from wherever we are on the property when we hear the sound of them in the distance coming in for bedtime. The geese are coming, the geese are coming! And we go to our Lakeview bench to watch them land. And every morning during coffee time, we are just as excited to see them off for the day. Nature moves like clockwork, and it's very impressive. I don't even need a calendar or a watch at this point. Nature is my guide. And right now, nature is telling us that autumn is just around the corner. So I decided to go through the RV cleaning and reorganizing and tackling a project I've been impatiently waiting to tackle. So let's take a walk around and I'll give you a little peek into our home. I'll start over here at the nose of the RV. We did skirt the trailer during our first year we moved here, and it really did make a huge difference. This space in here acts as our garden shed, if you will. We have garden supplies and yard games, and an amazing stash of winter gold. In the next month, we want to insulate the walls in here and also insulate the ground and really close it in better. We plan to take everything out, do the insulation, and add some shelving. And in case you're wondering, winter gold is also called kindling. And when it's all finished, we'll put everything back in an organized fashion. So let's make our way inside this 2011 45-foot all-season Cyclone toy hauler. Welcome to our house on wheels. There is on-grid and off-grid options, and we use both. We are hooked up to power now, but for the first half a year that we lived here, we were off-grid. We have propane that is used for the furnace, the stove, and the water heater, and there's a backup generator that we keep serviced for those emergency power outages. It's big and bright, cozy, and comfortable, and I have to admit, it doesn't even feel like we live in a trailer, to be honest. Up here is a loft. I keep an extra coffee maker and some craft supplies, some books and games. And when we first lived in here, I actually slept up there on a little mattress. So this was the project that I was eager to tackle. Before our daughter moved into her little teen bunkie, this was her room. Then for a long time, as you know, it was a cat room. And now that the cats are all free and roaming around everywhere, I couldn't wait to change this space into a guest suite. We have 2 sets of twin box springs and mattresses that were just waiting for the perfect place to set up, so I made a bed on the main floor and one up on the bunk, which lowers down with the push of a button. I also store my wild camping supplies there for quick access. There's a little bathroom in here also where I double it as a storage closet. I keep extra water jugs, animal food, and cleaning supplies in there. And over here is the master bedroom and bathroom. It's a fully functioning bathroom with shower and toilet. And yes, you can use both toilets in the RV. We just choose not to. And the master bedroom used to be Manfred's room, but he now sleeps in the shop loft, so I upgraded into here. Not much to it and self-explanatory, but I do have to mention how comfortable the mattress is. The former owners bought a new amazing mattress, but they never got around to using it before they sold the RV to us, and it was actually still wrapped in its original packaging. There are fans in every room, lots of airflow and skylight. And here is our daughter's double-decker loft bunkie. I would show you, but it's her private space, and I respect that. Just know that it is super duper cool in there. And this is where we have our outhouse on the other side of the RV, and that's where we mount our Starlink. And this building down here is where I work from home, grooming dogs. It also acts as our powerhouse, our water house, a pump house, and our laundry room. A blessing building is what that is. Now that brings us to the main shop where we spend most of our time. A very special and dear family member of mine was asking me the other day how Manfred created this floating loft in the shop, and so I'm going to provide him with a little sneak peek here. Uncle Richard, I love you and miss you. We'll chat more about this loft perhaps in the next video with a cameo, with a mooch cameo. We will have more shop chatter and updates as we get through the winter, because as always, it is a work in progress in here. It does evolve constantly, and the next thing on our list, Manfred says, is to finish sheeting the walls and building a staircase to the loft. And the loft is actually Manfred's bedroom. He was recently gifted one of those bed in a bag thingies. He was so happy to have a double-sized bed again. He used to sleep on the twins that is now in the toy hauler. He went out and picked up new bedding and built a platform where he can store his clothes underneath. He added some shelving in there, but obviously there's more to come. Interior projects are always annoying to do during the summer when all we want to be is outside, so we move around with the seasons around here. We have 3 cords of firewood stacked. Manfred checked the RV rooftop for any issues and checked all the seals. We have our water line buried. We have all buildings cleaned and clutter-free. So now we redirect our focus to the yard and gardens. It's time to get it all cleaned up and trimmed up for fall. There is a lot of grass to cut, gardens to clean, and trails to trim. So I'll be very busy with that over the coming week, and I'll give you a proper landscape tour in my next video. And speaking of next video, I found all my canning supplies and tackled my plum project. It was more daunting and tiring than I expected it would be, but also very, very satisfying. I'm currently editing that footage now, and will be happy to share the plum experience with you in a few days. I'm so happy you joined me today. I'll see you soon.